Hi, so today I thought I would make a little video about the fact that I got my conch pierced, which is this little one here. From what I've seen, it's not a very regular piercing which people get. You know, usually people go for, like, the common ones are the one up here, you know, this one, the one which I actually also have. But because it isn't very common, people who have seen me with it have asked quite a few questions about it and been like, oh, does it hurt, blah, 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 you know, because people don't know a lot about it, and I thought I would answer some of those questions and also tell you my experience with getting my conch pierced. I have actually had this done for about 3 weeks now. I was going to make a video sooner, but I didn't. So for this piercing I went to this place in Stockport called White Dragon, and it's where I went for all of my piercings. You know, I've got my nose done there. The second, which I have here, I actually got at the same time as my conch, and I got that there. So yeah, I went in and was like, hey, can I have my conch pierced, please? It was £15, which is, I think, about average for it. They do it with a needle, they don't do it with a gun. I don't think it's possible to do it with a gun, so the needle was the option I had. I was quite worried because I've been wanting this piercing for quite a while, and I was gonna go and get it on my way home from college one day, and I didn't because I was by myself and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, you know. I panicked a little bit. Sat down on the bed, thingy mo bob they have, the little bed seat, and yeah, he was just like, which ear, left or right? And I was like, oh, this one please. So what he did, got the needle, put the little substance on my ear, you know, the one which makes it a little bit less painful, and then he counted down. He just went 3, 2, 1 and put the needle in. Whoop. So what they've got is, I think this is how it works, yet again I'm not a piercing expert, but on the needle they have a little plastic tube around the needle, so they put the needle in, they then take the needle out, but the plastic tube is still in your ear, keeping the hole open. They then get the stud and they place it in the end of the tube and they pull it all the way through, so that the piercing is in the ear rather than the tube. And then it's one of the ones like the 2 balls on either side, and then he just screwed on the other end, and that was that. I was done. I meant to clean it every night with salt water, and I meant to keep it in for 6 to 8 weeks. I have a stud at the moment, but what I want to go for is a ring, as I feel like that would look nice, and that was the original thing I want to go for. But obviously I can't change it until it's been 6 to 8 weeks. As for whether it hurt, when he first did it, yes, because I'm having a hole put through my ear, so yes, it did hurt. So he did it, and I was like, ooh, ow, and it was stinging for, well, like, whilst the thing was in. And then when he had to replace the plastic with the actual stud, that hurt again a little bit, but it's not like a terrible pain, you know, it's bearable. You know, it happens and you're like, but then it's done. And then after that, you know, it did ache a little bit. I couldn't sleep on it for a while. It was, anytime I caught it, because obviously it's quite, I have long hair and it's quite near my hair, so anytime I sort of flicked it and it got caught, then yeah, it would hurt. But it doesn't hurt anymore. I mess with it quite a bit, just to make sure that it's not getting stuck or anything, in the loveliest way possible. You know, just to twist it around a bit, push it in and out, because he also said it's quite a long bar, in case it swells. But he said that is normal, so if it swells, don't worry. And I think it did swell for a little bit, but it wasn't more painful or anything. I didn't even notice it. I've not had any problems with it so far, so let's hope that continues that way. But yeah, it hurt afterwards a bit, and then there's the occasional time if I like properly whack it, that's when it hurts. But yeah, about 3 days after, the aching went, and I barely even realise it's there now. I try and clean it as well, and after I've cleaned it, it will go a little bit red because I am moving it about a little bit, and it might hurt, you know, pushing it aside to try and clean it, but other than that, the pain wasn't too bad. If you've ever had any other piercings, it's no worse than them. You know, it's no worse than my nose. My nose didn't actually hurt that much. I actually made a video on that if you want to see it. But you know, this one up here, it didn't hurt any more than that, so it was an alright amount of pain. But if you're going for it as a first piercing, then that is a little bit, it might be quite a difficult one, because obviously I've had piercings before, so I know what they're going to be like, so it didn't really come as much of a shock. My ears are tiny, which is quite ironic because I like piercings, so but yeah, as you can see, it's just this little one in the middle, and it's basically just right in the middle of your ear. Another important thing about my piercing is it is in the perfect place for headphones to whack it when you try and put them in. When you have your headphones in, it's fine, you know, it's not touching it, it's not actually near it, but for the first few days it was quite difficult getting the headphone in without, you know, maybe accidentally hitting it. But I kind of got used to the way I had to put it in without making contact with it, and also after a few days, you know, as I said, the pain was toned down a little bit, so now it doesn't hurt when I do put my headphone in and accidentally hit it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will tell you what I know. As I said, I'm not a piercing expert, this is just kind of my experience with getting my conch pierced. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon, bye!